Pastor Melchor. Pastor Melchor, sigue por favor a orar para nosotros a iniciar.
Muy bien, vamos a inclinar nuestras cabezas para orar. Querido Padre, gracias, Señor, por el privilegio de tener este espacio de capacitación para los líderes interesados en esta nueva herramienta que es muy importante para la iglesia, los miembros laicos, los líderes de grupos pequeños, los evangelistas, los pastores, los administradores. Padre, rogamos que tu presencia esté con nosotros. Envíanos el poder de tu Espíritu Santo y guíanos en este proceso. En el nombre de Jesús. Amén.
Amén. Gracias, Pastor. Y otra vez, bienvenidos a cada uno a este momento para nosotros mostrar el alineamiento que tenemos para evangelismo digital. Tenemos con nosotros Pastor Jefferson. Él y su equipo tienen responsabilidad para desarrollar este software que estamos mostrando hoy. La División Interamericana, la administración, Pastor Henry y otros administradores de la división, estamos juntos, el Pastor Melchor y otros directores, Pastor José también. Todos de nosotros son juntos como colaboradores en el proceso de evangelismo, y para nosotros usar este software, entregar este software a cada iglesia para usar en el proceso de evangelismo digital. No solamente este es para evangelismo digital, también es para evangelismo tradicional. Es posible para nosotros usar. Hay 3 aspectos en el proceso de evangelismo, o posiblemente 4 o 5. Número 1 es para alcanzar a personas no adventistas con el mensaje de Jesús, para equiparlos, para rescatarlos, para retenerlos y también para discipularlos. A través del software que tenemos para mostrar hoy, vamos a ver cómo es posible. Solamente tenemos 1 hora en este proceso y por esto vamos a iniciar la presentación. Pero antes tenemos Pastor Jefferson a mostrar el software. Quiero hablar un poco con ustedes y para share my screen, compartir con ustedes 7 pasos para una evangelización digital efectiva. En Lucas 8, 1 al 11, tenemos la idea que un sembrador no se limita a un tipo particular de suelo. Él cultiva en el rocoso, espinoso, fértil y menos fértil. Por esto es importante para nosotros continuar. En estas últimas horas de la historia de la tierra, se espera que estamos presentes en cada tipo de suelo, utilizando los mejores o más relevantes métodos de cultivo. Debimos proclamar el mensaje de Cristo a tantas personas como sea posible. La tecnología brinda la oportunidad de conectarse con una audiencia global. En Romanos 10, 14, 15, en los tiempos bíblicos, caminaran de un lugar a otro, o para caminar a un lugar a otro, era la única forma de llevar buenas noticias. Pero hoy, la tecnología ha abierto canales de comunicación para proclamar la palabra de Dios. Jesús nos dice que proclamamos el mensaje a las personas donde sea que estén y que hagamos discípulos a todas las naciones. La tecnología nos permite hacer exactamente eso. En estos días, las personas pasan una cantidad mayor de tiempo en sus computadores y tabletas, y iPhone y cosas diferentes. Y Elena White nos dijo que necesitamos nuevos métodos, introducir nuevos métodos. El pueblo de Dios debe levantar a las necesidades al tiempo en que estamos viviendo. Algunos de los métodos usados en el pasado en el trabajo o la obra fue diferente, y en este momento necesitamos métodos diferentes que usamos en el pasado. Necesitamos proclamar y defender el evangelismo, que es la buena noticia de que Jesús es Mesías, el Mesías vendrá otra vez. Necesitamos compartir nuestras fe con otras y necesitamos usar nuestros dones. Este hombre, hablé con en el 24 de mayo sobre Hudson Taylor, que dijo, él fue un misionero de China. Él nos dijo que toda la gran obra de Dios viene en 3 etapas. Primero, es imposible. Segundo, es difícil. Y tercero, está hecho. It's done. 10 pasos, los 10 o 17 pasos que estamos hablando son: número 1, establecer un equipo de oración y presentar el programa al Señor. Es importante. Paso número 1. Paso número 2, establecer el equipo de desarrollo y ejecución. Es número 2. ¿Quién va a estar en el equipo? Número 3, desarrollar la visión para evangelismo digital que vamos a hacer, vamos a implementar. Número 4, comunicarse con los miembros de la iglesia y involucrarlos. Es número 4. No es posible para nosotros ir sin los miembros. Y 5, determinar una fecha para la preparación y lanzar una campaña masiva de estudio de la Biblia. Este es el momento en donde estamos. Necesitamos establecer una preparación y lanzar una campaña muy masiva, muy grande, a tener mucha gente estudiando lecciones de la Biblia. Es número 5. Número 6, desarrollar una gran base de datos de personas que estudian lecciones bíblicas. Es importante para nosotros tener este grupo grande de personas en que estamos estudiando. Preparación es importante, es esencial para nosotros alcanzar éxito en evangelismo. En cualquier manera de evangelismo vamos a tener? Evangelismo tradicional o evangelismo digital. Necesitamos alcanzar personas. No es posible para nosotros ganar almas a través de tecnología. Tecnología no es solamente el canal en que vamos a alcanzar gentes, pero en este lado de tecnología necesitamos gentes, y en el otro lado también necesitamos gentes para nosotros alcanzar. So, la gente es importante. Estudiar, lecciones, conectar con personas, conectar, personas. Y necesitamos un gran base de datos de personas en que estamos estudiando. Número 7, determinar una fecha para la campaña de rescate actual. Este es importante, pero antes la campaña necesitamos la preparación muy fuerte. La campaña número 7, número 8, promocioné y invité a las personas, especialmente a las personas en su base de datos, para conectarse y recibir el mensaje. Por esto necesitamos el dato de la gente que tienen interés y están estudiando. Número 9, determinar la plataforma digital que se utilizará en el proceso para compartir, entregar el mensaje. Número 10, haz que los miembros compartan los mensajes en vivo en su Facebook, YouTube, etc. Mira fiestas, personas compartiendo qué está haciendo en vivo para tener una gran conexión de personas diferentes para escuchar el mensaje. Es importante. Necesitamos predicar directo a personas específicamente que tenemos sus datos. Número 11, conduce la campaña actual. Número 12, tener un espacio de consulta en línea, sala de chat o sala de centro de llamadas, después la predicación. No necesitamos cerrar en total. Necesitamos un espacio para consultar, hablar con personas que tienen preguntas, necesitan consejos o necesitan dar sus vidas a Jesucristo. Después necesitamos tiempo para 13, asigne prospectos a equipos y grupos pequeños a través del software SortPad que estamos mostrando a ustedes hoy. Este software, 14, seguimiento diario con estas personas, prospectos. Con estos prospectos necesitamos seguir con ellos. 15, bautice a las que estén preparadas y listas. 16, proporcioné un programa de retención para los bautizados. Use SortPad, también es posible para ayudarnos. 17, tenga un programa de seguimiento para los no bautizados. Otra vez, use SortPad o usa SortPad para Mateo 28, 20, Jesús nos dijo, y he aquí, que siempre estoy contigo, incluso hasta el fin del mundo. Es la palabra de Dios. Elena White nos dijo que la obra de Dios en esta tierra nunca podrá ser terminada hasta que los hombres y las mujeres que comprende nuestra reunión de miembros de la iglesia a la obra y unir sus esfuerzos con los de ministros y oficiales de la iglesia. Con hermanas, estamos aquí para mostrar a ustedes el programa que estamos presentando sin gasto a cada iglesia el software SortPad. Este software es fácil para descargar del internet. Es posible para usar su iPhone, Android, en su computadora, su iPhone, su tableta. Es posible para tener la aplicación en estos para usar. Otra vez, la iglesia está, la administración, gracias a la administración, Pastor Henry y el equipo, para entregar a cada iglesia, hasta 6,000 iglesias dentro del territorio, este software para nosotros usar. Y vamos a escuchar de Pastor Jeff Jefferson. Él va a hablar en inglés. Vamos a tener la traducción con Alfonso Velosa. Él va a traducir para nosotros en este momento. Y vamos para 1 hora y después la hora vamos a finalizar. Y hay la necesidad para nosotros continuar en el proceso, pero vamos a hablar sobre más adelante. So, a este momento voy a invitar al Pastor Jeff Jefferson para presentar con nosotros ahora. Pastor Jeff, it is your time now to go ahead and present for us.
Thank you very much, Elder Braham, and good morning or good afternoon to all. Thanks to Elder Melcher, and of course to Elder Henry and the leadership of the IAD for this opportunity to share with you, the members of the field, the work that a team of developers have been doing to help in the advancement of the gospel of Jesus Christ. I start out by acknowledging that technology doesn't win souls, but technology can create opportunities for us to be more effective as we pray and as we work hard to reach people for Jesus Christ. So we're not depending on it, but we're utilizing it to be more efficient and effective. Today, I would like to reaffirm what Dr. Braham said. First, that you can download the software from the Apple Store or the Google Play Store onto your Android or iOS devices. And of course, there's also a computer link that will come to you or has already been shared in the document sent out by the Inter-American Division. Now, when you download the software, you can, for the purposes of this webinar, just for today, you can utilize demo as the user ID and mission as a password. That's just for today, for those of you who have not yet received your login credentials. However, I would like for you to focus as much as you can on the presentation, and then you can go back to explore the application on your devices later on. So once again, it's great to be here, and I'm happy to take you through. Let's start by giving you a kind of context to why the team of developers worked on this software. And to do so, I would like to share my screen with you. Let's see if we can get that done. Sure, and I'm going to be sharing a PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint. Please let me know if you can see that. Right? Do we have confirmation?
Yes, we can see it.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
So we're talking about the evangelism ecosystem. And what do we mean by this? In a sense, we're trying to describe all the evangelistic methods, activities, and people and platforms involved in sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ across the Inter-American Division territory. You have heard about the Let's Talk About Him initiative, and no doubt many of you have been integrating with it. You have also heard about the Bible study platform through Herbert Fletcher University that we are working to integrate with, so that everyone who accesses Bible study through that great platform will also be able to integrate with the local church. You have in your own areas been innovating, since there are many cultures, there are many languages, many different people. Individuals are taking their own initiatives. Then there are church initiatives and conference initiatives, union initiatives. There are different needs in different territories, different methods, different talents, different innovations. There are corporate activity, spontaneous activity, planned activity. Evangelism is so dynamic. There is no one way to put a precise pin on it. So it's a dynamic system of activities, people, events, platforms, resources that are being utilized all at the same time, just to influence people to know Jesus, whom to know is life everlasting. So that's a wide idea of the evangelism system. Now, what we want to do is to narrow this down to answer the question, how can we create efficiency, and how can we help the evangelistic system to be more effective? How can we do that? It's a question that we have to try to answer. How can we bring it all together? And one of the concepts that we're utilizing is, in terms of our thinking, is that we have to build some key hubs and some connections. I'll illustrate it this way. You have 4 million roads in your city, but if you have no highways, then it's very difficult to get from point A to point C. So in order to navigate from point A to C, you will have to find your way through all the complex web of inner roads. In order to be more efficient for the people who are not interested in navigating that, we want to build some major highways and hubs that connect people and move them quickly from a point to the other. That's the same concept we're utilizing. How can we make the evangelism system more efficient? How can you move information to the people who need that information without having to go through many different individuals and many different processes? So in order to do this and achieve this, a team of developers work together to put sort-path evangelism management software together. And this software focuses on creating 5 major hubs in the evangelism process. These hubs are the connection hubs. How do we bring all the people that the church is connecting with into a centralized database so that we don't lose anyone, regardless of the platform that the members are using, regardless of...
Pastor Jeff, if you hold on a little bit, I think we're having some issues with the translation. The folks are saying they are not hearing the translation very clearly. I don't know if Alfonso can do anything to his volume or mic. And we were in, okay. And the other thing is over in the I don't know if Osman Elifilet, if you're able to assist us. I understand there is no translation in the YouTube,
YouTube,
and
we
there
don't have.
are many people over there.
Yes, I'm telling people in YouTube the channel. We have an English channel and a Spanish channel. So I'm
Oh, okay.
sending by chat the Spanish link so they can and they are able to see it.
Ok, vamos a decirlo eso para todos. Los que están en el YouTube, por favor, tienen que conectarse al canal de español de YouTube, no al canal de inglés. Entonces, pasen la voz a la gente para que escuchen en español. Gracias.
Okay. Alfonso is ready. Otra vez, hermanos, colegas, el software es libre y el nombre del software es SortPad. 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 K-A-D-D. SortPad. Aquí es, right. You will see, aquí es SortPad. Es el nombre. Es dos palabras. Y tenemos un ID, entrar el software es demo, D-E-M-O, demo, y the password es misión. Todavía estamos esperando. El Pastor Jaime Blanco está con nosotros.
I'm back.
Are you ready, Alfonso? Can we find
Translation is ready.
translation ready? Okay. Go ahead, Pastor.
Thank you. Where do you want me to pick up from?
Go ahead from the beginning of this slide you have.
Okay, fine. So thank you once again, and just to explain and try to give you a broad context as to what are the ideas behind the development of this software. Here we find the evangelism system that we would like to explain to you, built on many different cultures, many different people, many different languages, many different needs, individual actions, church-led action, division-led actions, etc. Many different talents involved. People are innovating all across the division. I sat and listened to the reports recently of amazing things you're doing all across the Inter-American division. And we are so happy that we are able to participate in this. So within this system, it is sometimes hard for us to make sure we don't lose opportunities. So we've asked, how do we increase the efficiency within the evangelism system? That's a question we were asking and trying to answer for the development of the SortPad evangelism software. We want to really ask this question: how can we make this better? How can we make this more efficient? How can we help to reduce leakage and waste within the evangelism process? And we thought that the best way to do that is to build anchor points within the system, main areas of evangelism that must be focused on in order for us to maximize what we're doing. So, as I was saying, this is like a system of roads, networks. And if you want to move from one point to the other, it is best for you to build highways and hubs so that persons who are moving don't have to go through all the intricacies. It is the same way we are talking about the concept of moving information through the evangelism system without having to go to third party, second party, etc., etc., etc. So that's the concept. And here's a response to that need. We have come up with the SortPad evangelism system, which focuses on the connections. How do we bring all the connections together so that we don't lose anybody? How do we bring the strategic plans and ideas together so that all members understand? How do we help prospects to respond easily so that we don't lose anyone? How do we follow up those responses so that we don't lose any opportunity to influence others for Christ? And how do we disciple those who have been won? So these 5 anchor points within the evangelism system are the ones addressed by SortPad. Now, although SortPad can help you to do evangelism in person or online, we want to spend the rest of this webinar focusing on the online aspect of it. So we're talking, for example, about the prospects. How do we reach prospects for Jesus Christ? And of course, the matter of the different cultures. How do prospects engage? What kind of experience do they have and how do they respond? That's what we're talking about for online evangelism. It's all about the prospects. How you engage them, what experience they have, and how do they respond. And these are some of the ways in which we influence that. Through, of course, membership involvement, our digital witnessing strategy, the platforms that we use, and of course, the content that we generate. So these are some of the ways in which we can influence that. We're going to now stop sharing that and go to the software itself to try to demonstrate to you exactly how it works. So I am going to close these out, and of course I'm going to bring you to the software demo page and we get going from there. So here we have the SortPad software. When you log in, I think you want me to show them, Dr. Graham, the initial page. So let me try that again. So when you download the software from the internet, let me make sure we're not having some internet issues here. I think we're having other internet. All right, can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Right, I think we're having a slight issue with the internet connection. I'm trying to see if we can get this going quickly. All right. All right, I'm going to start that over. and see where we go with it. Great. So I'm going to start over. Apologies for that. We were having just some internet issues a while ago. So we're going to log out and we're going to start from scratch. So when you download the application from the Google Play Store or the App Store, you will be taken to a login page. I am attempting to do this on Spanish for the first time, so I hope that all will go well. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
No,
No.
we don't see it.
All right, great. Can you see it now?
No.
Yes.
All right, great. So when you launch the application, this is what you will see. This is the user ID and the password that you will enter. And I'm going to go right ahead and enter
So,
mine.
Pastor, let
Yes.
me just say something right here.
Go ahead.
When you go ahead, translation. When you download the software, this is what you're going to see. Now, this is where we ask everyone to register their church. When you get that ID, you will place the church ID in here. And you will get a password that you will place in there.
Right.
The password, this ID and password for every church is unique. In that case, everybody registers their church differently. Those of you who have not yet gotten your ID, we are sending you, we give you a temporary one so everybody can be in the system. Now you will notice Pastor Melchor has sent it in the chat, and I also sent it in the chat for you.
All right. Thank you, Ella.
Okay,
So,
let's go.
Great. Thank you for that. So every church will have its unique ID and password. Now I'm going to log in, and it's going to take us to the home page. And once we go to the home page, then we're going to be able to. All right. Let me see. Internet. Make sure that we are. All right. Just give me a second. Let me try and get this going. Apologies, we're having a slight internet issue here, but I'm trying to do a quick workaround. Do that quickly. All right, I'm just trying to get onto another network. Give me a second.
As we're doing that, let me just inform you that this software that we're presenting to you today is available to enhance whatever you are doing. And to integrate all of your local digital programs. But you will find this very, very resourceful and relevant for your digital evangelism program. As well as for your traditional evangelism. Pastor Jeff there?
Parece que se le cayó el sistema.
We had some internet problems a while ago. I hope that everything will hold so we can just complete this presentation. All right, so let me share my screen again, and here we go. So once you go online, this is your homepage that you'll be taken to this homepage, and the application will allow you to use English or Spanish. You can switch language depending on your needs. There's a user guide that we are updating. We'll also post in Spanish, so you will have it in short order. So let's ask a few questions about the software. Let's start off by asking, how do I set up this software at my local church? Pastor, communication, or a personal ministries leader wants to have full access to all the data within this software. You go to account. Now, able to set up your evangelism data. Abraham, can you hear me? Hello.
You're Pastor Jeff, you're low. Pastor, are you there?
Can you hear me? Yes, we've been having some interruption in the internet. Let me try see if we can get this going. Can you hear me?
Keep on talking. Let's see.
Yes, we've been having just some disruption to the internet service here, but I am trying to see if I can get it going in a second. So let me see what we can do here.
Now, let me say here that whilst he is sorting that out, you notice that when he opened the software, those are the icons you're going to see in the software. When the software is opened, those icons are what you will see. And that first one about managing the account. Every local church has a personal account in which they register 4 persons, at least. 1, the pastor. 2, an elder who is coordinating the digital evangelism or the evangelism program and the use of the software, the elder. 3, the personal ministries leader. And 4, someone in the church who has the capability to handle technology, whether it is your communication secretary or somebody else. So 4 persons are on the account. You sign up not as an individual, but as a church. And then the email address of those 4 persons will also be necessary to be placed in the system as he is demonstrated. Are you ready, Pastor Jeff? You're still not ready. Okay. So in that first section of the software, there are 4 persons who are listed there, who are going to manage the account. And that is why we had invited that those 4 persons per church to be present to be with us on this meeting today. I'm very sorry that we're having the kind of issue with the software, with the internet at the present time that is affecting the presentation. It does seem to me that the presenter is frozen, it seems, at this time. Now, there is there's a manual that is available.
Still having some challenges here.
And there's a tutorial video as well that is available.
What we're going to try to do, yes, what we're going to try to do, 3 minutes to go, and I'm going to do a quick workaround.
Okay. So.
All right.
Is the user password, the user ID and password the same for English and Spanish? Pastor Jeff?
Yes, it doesn't matter. Right. Yes, it doesn't matter.
Because I see someone here saying that it is in English. Oh, but they have
password is
to change the software, select the language to change it to Spanish.
Yes. Maybe they have to change it to Spanish.
Right. So you should probably demonstrate that as once you get back in so that they see how to change to Spanish.
It seems like we're having a little issue, Elder. I think what might have happened is that too many people were logged into a single account. The issue is when we gave the demo,
right,
everybody's logged into a single account. So that is what created the issue. It's really, it wasn't made to have 400. That's where the issue came up. I am now looking for a quick workaround for this. Let me see. Let me work to see what I can do here.
Eso, Pastor Balvin, no va a pasar cuando tengamos el app, ¿no?
¿Tengamos él?
cuando ya lo tengamos instalado, habrán miles de personas conectándose.
Sí.
Ya.
So that issue here is because the general demo was given. Everybody did not get their own account. So too many people are into the one account. And that seems to be giving a challenge.
Right. What creates the issue, because usually it's segmented, so everybody would have their own account, but we're trying to put them on all on the demo, and that is what created the problem that we're working with.
All right, let me answer the question. Who creates the account to the church?
All right. So the first set of credentials will be sent via email to the email address that is used to register. The person from there will be able to take over and set up credentials for the rest of the team, small group leaders.
Okay. We're very sorry for the challenge that we are having here. We already had one meeting with French and Spanish, and that flowed very smoothly. There was no problem. We're very sorry for the internet challenges that we're having at this second meeting for today.
Right. What I could do, hello? Can you hear me still?
Yes, I'm hearing.
What I could do is, what I could do is I could still do a workaround. Here's what I propose, that we do this in the meantime. Let me, I'm going to share my screen.
We did
Share
say
my
we were doing
screen.
1 hour.
Right.
And we're almost up with that 1 hour. I'm going to ask the folks if they can give us
Good.
another 15 minutes over the hour, so we go to 1:15, and then we will close at 1:15. We will have to set a new date when we will be able to meet again. If you can respond to this in chat, if you think it is going to be possible that we will be able to meet on Thursday of this week, then please indicate, and then we could have a meeting on Thursday where we would be able to go through. But go ahead, Pastor. Now, somebody's asking if the same thing will happen when it goes to the church. The software provides the same possibilities for all churches.
Can you see?
But every church will determine how it uses it. You know, Pastor Jeff, this is not working. So we're gonna close, and we'll call a meeting. If this is okay for everyone, that we could meet.
Hello.
If it is okay for everyone, that we could meet on Thursday between 4 o'clock and 5:30 on Thursday, then say, just indicate everyone. Four and 5:30 on Thursday. I see a lot of responses going up. Pastor Melchor, the vote looks like yes.
Sí, está bien.
Thursday at 4 o'clock.
Yo estoy de acuerdo.
Okay. So we'll meet at 4 o'clock on Thursday. And by then we will be
Pastor
able to...
Balvin,
Yes.
una sugerencia.
Yes.
Sería bueno ir paso a paso con la presentación, igual como se hizo en inglés, y ir yendo paso por paso. Número 2, si Jeff está de acuerdo, habría que hablar con José Romero y colocar el programa temporalmente en el servidor de la división para que no tenga el problema de caer, de que se caiga. Y así todos podemos gozar de esta herramienta que yo considero que está muy útil para la iglesia. En inglés la vimos muy bien y muy útil. Creo que en español también va a estar muy útil. No es complicado el uso, no tengan miedo los compañeros de hispanos. El sistema es bien sencillito. Es un app que va a ayudarles mucho a controlar estudios bíblicos, campañas, interesados, campañas digitales, presenciales, etc. Creo que esa sería la sugerencia. Estoy de acuerdo, hasta el jueves podemos esperar.
Okay. Great. So gracias a todas para su participación con nosotros y lo siento que tenemos el problema que estamos enfrentando a este momento, pero Satanás no es feliz para nosotros seguir, pero Dios es encargado todo el momento y vamos juntos adelante para éxito usando este programa. Antes de cerrar, hermanos, felicitaciones a cada uno para sus esfuerzos en evangelismo durante este año. Es tiempos difíciles que estamos pasando y es difícil para nosotros alcanzar personas cara a cara, pero a través de la tecnología, gracias a Dios, para que estamos experimentando. Estamos hablando, quiero felicitar a cada uno para sus programas en evangelismo digital que tenemos alrededor del territorio de la división interamericana. Tenemos un miedo. El miedo que tenemos es, en muchos lugares estamos teniendo muchas campañas digital y no estamos alcanzando una cantidad grande de personas para tomar decisiones para Jesucristo. Esto específicamente es porque la preparación es muy débil que tenemos en muchas ocasiones. Por esto estamos hablando a ustedes, por favor, necesitamos tener el tiempo, estudiar con personas, conectar con ellos, con lecciones, y tenemos muchas lecciones disponibles para usar en el proceso de preparar personas para evangelismo. Uniones tiene sus lecciones propias. La división tiene una plataforma excelente en que cuando personas tomar lecciones en la plataforma de Herbert Fletcher, es posible enviar la información directo a la iglesia local con este software, la información directo y con su certificado para nosotros organizar graduación y entregar a estas personas su certificado. Y después para nosotros invitarlos directos para campañas o seguirlos para tener decisiones para su Salvador. Este software que estamos presentando a ustedes es un software muy, muy importante, muy relevante. Es un método que es muy útil para nosotros. Y no está cambiando nada que están haciendo. Es posible para ustedes integrar con para mejorar que están haciendo a través de este password. So no hay temor, no necesitamos tener temor sobre qué estamos haciendo y qué la división está entregando a nosotros. No hay confusión. Estamos en una misma línea, alcanzar la mayor cantidad de personas, prepararlos y rescatarlos para el cielo. Este es el plan que tenemos y gracias a todos para sus participaciones y para conectar con nosotros hoy. Y vamos a conectar todos a las 4 de la tarde en el día de jueves para continuar en el proceso. Si tu iglesia ya no está inscribido, sigue a inscribir su iglesia y vamos a enviar a ustedes el ID y password para relevante para su propia iglesia.
Otra vez, Pastor Balvin, 4:30, jueves.
4:30.
Jueves.
Jueves, sí.
Ok.
Ok, a las 4:30 en jueves. Gracias a todos. Y vamos a orar. Otra vez, Pastor Melchor, sigue a orar con nosotros.
Ok. Querido Padre, Señor, estamos seguros de que tú estás al control. Gracias por esta tremenda iniciativa que está en la plataforma. Señor, tú eres testigo. Los problemas técnicos de nuestro desarrollador del app de origen, no fue posible que nosotros presentemos esto para el área hispana, pero ponemos esto en tus manos y en el control tuyo para que el jueves a las 4:30 podamos tener ese privilegio de compartir con las iglesias del área hispana esta herramienta poderosa. Gracias, bendice al pastor Balvin, bendice al pastor Jeff y Señor, danos la seguridad de tu protección y tu guía en el nombre de Jesús. Amén.
Ella, just before you go.
Si es posible para ustedes tener las 4 personas con nosotros el jueves, es mejor. El pastor, un anciano encargado del programa, el líder de ministerio personal y una persona con la capacidad para manejar la tecnología. Gracias. Pastor Jeff.
Yes, just before you go, Bishop, I just want to make an observation quickly, and thank you for that. Just a minute. I'm not going to take more than a minute. So yes, the software is definitely working. It's up and running. The challenge we had, as our technician just helped us to understand, because you had everybody trying to log into a single account, so they locked the account, which would not be on the normal circumstance, because you wouldn't have 500 persons logging in simultaneously. So that is where the challenge is. So everything is working perfectly, but since you have already set for Thursday, we'll work with Thursday, but we're ready to go anytime you're ready to go with us. So we're good and ready to go.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Pastor. Thanks, everyone. Have a good Sunday. Enjoy your Sunday dinner.
All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Pastor Balvin,
Yes, sir.
all the people is asking if we have a tutorial and we can send a tutorial before or right after the presentation that Pastor Jeff on Thursday. We can do that. We have the tutorial, Pastor Jeff.
We have the tutorial. I will need to get the tutorial in English, in Spanish. I only have it in English at this time. But the
Well,
tutorial,
you can send that to Pastor Balvin, and we can do that.
sure.
How long is the tutorial?
All right, I'm gonna cut off the introduction and just send the basic tutorial, and so that will be less than 10 minutes if I do that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we're going to make a transmission on live. If we
Right.
do the tutorial, we can put a tutorial right after your presentation.
Right.
Now,
Or
once we have it ready before, we can always put
send it before.
Before,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, I apologize to that. We have never tried to log 500 people into a church account simultaneously. So that kind of overwhelmed, because it's not made to do that. It's made to separate them in groups. But we're trying to get 500 people into a single account simultaneously. So, but everything is up and running and we're ready to go. So we won't try that again. We'll ask them to log into their own church account. So they will have it by Thursday.
So those churches that are not yet registered, please register your church so you can get your ID and your password beforehand, so that
So
we can be ready.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
that. No
Have a
problem.
good day, everyone. Thanks.
Thank you too.
God bless.
All right, good.